What else did I read on the flights to and from Japan? Asked no one. I'll tell you guys. All right, so this wasn't quite before I left, but I wanted to read this because I went to the Rip Bodice store, and I bought this book and another book that I'll talk about later. And this book I liked better because, one, it is a Tristan and Isolde retelling, and I love Tristan and Isolde. And two, this is the same author who writes those religious trauma smut books or something. Like, I don't know how to describe them, but I read the Priest one and I liked it. So I didn't realize this was a series. So the whole time I'm like, there's not a lot of Tristan and Isolding in this Tristan and Isolde book. It's mostly just, Tristan banging Mark. But then I got to the end and I was like, oh shit, this is a series. All right, cool, I'm in. So I really liked this one. I would recommend. And now I realize upon making this video that it says the Lioness Trilogy right there. So I'm stupid. Maybe mine doesn't say this though. I'm not sure. I don't know. I have to check my copy and make sure that I'm not stupid. But right now I feel a little dumb. All right, next is this book, Punk 57. I wanted to like this so badly because I'm on Pinterest, and this book kept coming up on my Pinterest. I'm out here looking for El Real fan art so I can harass my book club, and I keep seeing this. So I'm like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's see what it is. And I had to buy this as a physical book because it's not on the app that I use to read books. So I was down for this because it was a childhood friends story, but then it turned out to be a childhood friends to lovers story, but then it turned out to be a childhood friends to enemies to lovers, and I was like, ugh. And then to add on to that, there's this miscommunication aspect of it where he knows who she is, but she doesn't know who he is, and the reason that he doesn't tell her, I don't know, I didn't believe it. And I don't know. There's just not a lot to say about this one. Maybe I need to read it again, but So on the flight back, I read something that had made the news. I wasn't intending to read it, but it was free and it was easy to download, and I could add it to my Apple Books read count for the year. So I was like, why not? Let's give it a shot. Y'all, the chokehold this had on me. The chokehold. I'm not the biggest enemies to lovers person. I like Hermione, but I'm more of a Ron Hermione girl. I'm here for it. But oh my god, this. I understand now why everyone was upset when it made the news. The mainstream media should not know about this. It's too good, and if it gets the 50 Shades of Grey treatment, I will be very upset. I wouldn't call this book I'm gonna call it a book actually, but I wouldn't call it sexy or romantic or anything, but it's beautifully written. It's so sad, and oh my god, if you have the stomach for it, you'll know if you have the stomach for it. Read the tags, be very careful with yourself, but if you can stomach it, read it. So Friday was the day that we got back. So I had read other things on the next flight, but this was my read count for just Manacle. I put that shit down in one day. Look at that. I read it in 11 hours. It was 11 straight hours. It was, oh my god. I could not put it down. I could not put this down. Everyone should know about it. Except no one should know about it unless you are going to give it the proper respect that it deserves. This is why fanfic should be a thing. Anyway, that's what I read on the flights to and from Japan.